All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they are out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Riwakamania IV, brother. So they are calling this one a Nectaron and Riwaka-hopped IPA. Comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just over 5 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to Hop Butcher for this beer. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail video I did that contains all the goodies they hooked me up with. And let me tell you something, dude. Sorry, just doing my poor Hulk Hogan impersonation, but I love this series. Why? Because, as you know, I'm a wrestling fan, wearing a Ric Flair t-shirt as we speak, and I have had one of the beers within the series. So despite it not saying Riwakamania IV on it, this is the fourth release of this beer. So they've done 4 different versions of this. The first version, the color scheme of the can was purple and green, and all of the versions have Riwaka in it, but every single version has one extra hop. So the first one was Citra and Riwaka, and again, that was a purple and green colored can. The second one was Hogan's red and yellow themed can, and that used Strata in addition to Riwaka. Number 3 was, I believe it was it blue and silver, the can, and it used Nelson Sauvin and Riwaka. And then we have this one, which is a black and green, or black, green, and white, and this uses Nectaron. So I've only had Riwakamania 1, and now I'm having this one. 2 and 3 I missed out on, but I just love the theme. Obviously, they're going WrestleMania, Riwakamania. I hope they continue the series. I hope they, do a bunch of different color schemes, and I would like to collect them all, honestly. So the first one was really good for a low ABV, just regular IPA, and hoping this one is much of the same. So a lot of these Hop Butcher beers have been kind of foaming up on me, which I've noticed, and this is the same. I don't know what happened. Maybe because when the box was in, it's pouring out dumb, but we got paper towels to save the day like we always do now, because thanks to Ridge. Ridge was like, why don't, wipe it up with something. Drop some F-bombs. You motherfucker. I'm not really upset, Ridge. Not that big of a deal to just wipe it up, put the can over here. But yeah, maybe what I'm thinking is when they sent me the beer mail, it probably sat in a hot warehouse somewhere, and we got some issues. But here's the thing. I got one more beer after this. The first 3, they all tasted really good. The last one I had, which was their beef dipped, it was beef dipped, then super megabyte. But the beef dipped, was kind of, foamy like this, had a little bit of alcohol strictly, but still tasted good. So anyway, before we start running down this beer, because maybe, it wasn't handled all that properly in transit, let's get a nose on it. So, let's look at it for some good nose. So, yeah, milky, honey orange color, 4-finger of an off-white, super creamy looking head that's not going anywhere. Plays the role of a Hop Butcher hazy. Let's get a nose. It smells fucking awesome. So, the nose is no indication that this is turned or anything. It's just the carbonation and just the foam. I mean, it's not even the carbonation like that beef dip. When it poured, it was foamy, but the carbonation was fine. Like, I don't know. Wow. There's a lot to unpack here. This is a huge, huge candied citrus vibe. There's lemon lime, there's grapefruit, there's orange. It's sweet, it's candied. It's almost like Skittle-esque in how it's coming off to me. And then I'm getting like a berry, and I will say this. There's no mosaic in here. An old school mosaic would give me blueberry vibes. I'm getting blueberry vibes in this one. Very rare for me to say that anymore. A little bit of stone fruit, maybe like a peach, apricot, mango. And there's a slight, like, earthy herbaceousness on the back of the palate, because I totally took a sip of this. But, like, underneath everything. That Skittle kind of candied citrus smells awesome. It smells like it's going to be a little bit sweeter, so I'm hoping it balances out on the palate, because, 6.5%, I want something that's, extremely drinkable at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the foaming and whatnot, but it's kind of disappointing. So anyway, I've been sniffing it here for, a couple minutes. Not much more to pull out. I'm going to try to take a sip through this gigantic head. So huge thanks to Hop Butcher for this one. Let's see what it has to offer. Yeah, it's candied hop juice. It's fucking delicious. Again, Carbonation is perfect. It's carbonated, lets you know, hey, it's a beer. But it's so soft, smooth, and creamy on the palate. The mouthfeel is fantastic for a 6.5% hazy IPA. Like it's fucking unreal how good this mouthfeel is. Body's like lower side of medium, approaching medium, 6.5%. I'm okay with it. The taste, the notes really carried over. It's candied, sweet, juicy, citrus fruit, lemon, lime, grapefruit, touch of orange. I would say the lemon, lime, and grapefruit kind of leading the way here. Right after that, I get a blast of blueberry. It's like a nice over-ripened, sweeter blueberry, slightly tart. And then the peach, the mango, the apricot, those stone fruits hit right after that. Back of the palate, there's a dank, herbaceous, kind of resinous tone to the beer. This finish is mild to moderately bitter, more to the mild side, but like, we'll say like right in between mild and moderate. This is semi to full on dry, which is great because I said in the nose, like I want it to be balanced when I take a sip, and it is balanced. It leans sweet up front, but man, does it balance out with that big dryness on the back end. I love everything about this beer. I love the artwork. I love the theme. I just love that they're doing a series like this. They're keeping Riwaka, the main hop, but then they're putting other hops with it. So it's almost like, you know, a 2-hop beer, and you can kind of get to see how Riwaka plays with other hops. It plays beautifully well with Nectaron. And I don't know if I've ever had that actual just combo, those two. As you can see, I'm tearing this up. No alcohol at all on the palate, in the chest, nothing. This is a fucking beautiful beer. This is a beautiful beer. Absolutely beautiful. I will say I love this beer. And look, did I pour it a little aggressively? Sure. I don't have to do any more wiping up. What else is there to say about this beer? I don't know. It's greatly balanced. Candied citrus fruits, sweet, juicy. There's the blueberry. There's a little bit of, again, peach, mango, apricot, dank herbaceousness. Finishes full on dry with a mild to moderate bitterness. Extremely balanced. Like one of the best balanced IPAs I've had from them. This would be, if this was available to me locally at a reasonable price, I would definitely buy a 4-pack or 2 of this, have in the fridge, because it's 6.5% and I could drink it, wouldn't get hammered. It has beautiful flavors. The body, the mouthfeel, everything about this is fucking great. I really like this beer a lot. So Riwakamania IV, despite it just says Riwakamania, but Riwakamania IV from Hop Butcher. I have no problems giving this beer a high 4.5 out of 5, or 4.55. I had no idea I was going to go that high. Again, I don't go into reviews with preconceived notions, but I think I gave the original Riwakamania like maybe a 4.41. This, I love this. This is delicious. This is exactly what I want. So tasting notes, because I do remember most of the time now. Candied mango. I can see where they're coming from. For me, it was more, again, candied citrus fruit, candied lemon, lime, orange. Candied lemon, lime, grapefruit, orange in that order. But candied mango, I'll allow it. Blueberry lemonade. I see where they're coming from. I don't think I'd ever say blueberry lemonade if I was tasting this. Like, that just wouldn't be a tasting note I'd say. But I told you I got blueberries, and there's no mosaic, so that kind of surprised me. And then lemonade, big lemon lime vibe. So blueberry lemonade, I'll let it slide as well. And then last is juicy grapefruit. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're pretty much 3 for 3, but I would have went candied grapefruit or candied citrus. I would have went like regular blueberry, and then at the bottom I would have put something like juicy stone fruit, or maybe juicy citrus and then candied stone fruit at the bottom. Regardless, you know, I think they did a good job with the tasting notes. Price and availability, I believe in the Chicagoland, these are like $15, $16 a 4-pack. And if you see them in distro, probably $18 to $20. I'd easily pay $5 for a can of that, no doubt. I know it's only 6.5%, but it's that good of a hazy IPA that I totally would. And availability, it's Hop Butcher. You might see them in your neck of woods, you might not. You might see them in 6 months from now. Maybe you won't, but if you want Hop Butcher stuff now, you know, they are a hype brewery. Maybe not hype nowadays as they were maybe a couple years ago or in the last, 18 months or so, but they're still a hype brewery. But at the end of the day, they produce good beer. And if you see them in distro, or you can get your hands on them, and let's say you're going to do a trade and you can trade some local stuff or whatever, like, do it. They make really good fucking beer. Most of their beers are at the very least really good. Some of them are top tier. Sure, they have a few stinkers, but all breweries do. So I love what they did here with this one. Let me know. So post in the comment section if you've had this one before, or any of the previous versions. I have now had number 1 and 4, not 2 or 3. Hope they were brew 2 and 3, so I get a chance to get the can, and honestly, I'd like to review both of them, but both of them have been good, but this was substantially better than number 1 for me. Maybe that's not the same for everybody out there, but man, this is good. So once again, post comment section if you've had this one or any of the versions. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Huge thanks to Hop Butcher for this beer, and like I said, with the alcohol, 6.5%, you can't tell, and that's a thing of beauty. Till the next one. Cheers.